And we're
time to write as
getting going.
All right, and we're live.
Yep. Hi, internet.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Cryptid Files.
Shamrock
We're
Chick.
your hosts, as always, Anthony and Charlie. And how you been, Charlie? It's been like a week.
Yeah, it's great. I've been out of electricity. Tree almost hit my car. I couldn't leave my house. It was having a fantastic time.
Isn't it wonderful getting snow in the Northeast in November?
Oh yeah, in November. It's not even like winter yet. And we got a foot of snow randomly on a Thursday night. So.
Yeah, and we're supposed to get more on Thanksgiving.
Are we?
Yeah, at least by me.
I hope not. I am done with snow. I don't
personally, I'm not a big snow guy, and I don't know why I live here.
And I'm like, I love my parents, but I don't want to stay at their house.
But all right, so this week we are covering the Ogua.
Yeah.
Ready for this?
Ogua.
Ogua. The Ogua. The Ugu.
Yeah, the Ugu.
So, the Ogua is native to West Virginia and Pennsylvania. It kind of lives in the waterways around there. The Ohio River, the oh my god, I'm going to butcher this. Monongahela River? Does that sound right to you? We're going to go with that.
Yeah.
The Monongahela River. Sometimes the Mississippi even. The Missouri.
Yeah.
Its earliest sighting was in 1745, so this is an old one.
Yeah.
Which
makes sense because it's pretty much a dinosaur.
Yeah. It's described as a giant two-headed snapping turtle.
Or one-headed.
Two-headed.
One-headed could be.
With it's about 20 feet long.
Yeah.
And it's 500 pounds.
Yeah.
So it's a big sucker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Its only possible origin is that it might be a prehistoric giant turtle that has somehow survived.
Yeah.
For thousands upon thousands of years.
Its shell is described to be similar to an alligator snapping turtle.
Right.
Which makes sense because it is the largest species of freshwater turtle in the Northeast.
Yes.
So, or Southeast, Northeast. Kind of. It stretches up to southern Pennsylvania, so.
Yeah.
You know.
In America.
Yeah.
We'll go with that.
North America.
Facts optional podcast.
Yeah, facts optional.
We're talking about fake animals.
I said it so it's real.
So the first sighting was in 1745. It was said that in Holt, West Virginia, a 12-year-old boy was fishing with his family, and it was pulled into the river by the Ogua.
Yeah.
And presumably eaten because he was never seen again.
Normally when you get dragged into a river by something and you don't come up again, I assume you're eaten.
Pretty much. It's a pretty safe bet.
Yeah.
But actually, even before that sighting, the natives would warn all the European settlers not to get too close to the waterways.
Yeah.
Especially oh my god, I'm going to butcher it again. The Monongahela. Monongahela River.
Yeah.
Especially around that one, because they would say that the Ogua would drag you under.
Yeah.
They're not sure if that was like an actual legend or if that was them trying to keep the Europeans away from their like fishing spots.
Yeah.
But either way, that was like where this started. Was that. And then the latest like big sighting was actually in 2003.
Yeah.
Fishermen in Pittsburgh spotted a giant two-headed turtle.
And it was on the news.
Yeah, it was.
They interviewed the guy.
Yeah, he tried to take a picture of it and everything. It just came out too blurry to be evidence.
Yeah.
But this has been around. That's what 500 something years almost.
Well, in reality, it's a giant snapping turtle. And
super giant snapping turtle.
And alligator snapping turtles are already pretty big.
With two heads.
Well, one out of every 50,000 turtles or something like that can be born with two heads. It's like a known like genetic. So it's very probable.
But is one in every 50,000 turtles born 500 pounds?
No.
And 20 feet long?
No.
Like, look at the art. You're clearly riding that thing.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you definitely jump on that thing's back. Yeah. Nate's like, let me get a view with this order.
This is a large boy.
Yeah, it's a big one. It's a big one.
But, the only possible explanation we have for the Ogua legend is that it was a rogue alligator that made its way up into these waterways where it wasn't supposed to by following the Mississippi, Missouri rivers and everything up there. And that was what was pulling deer and people into the water. Because, that's the only thing the only real possibility that it could be. There's no turtles out of that size eating people.
No. Alligator snappers, though, can get up to 250 pounds.
True.
Which is huge.
True.
It's pretty huge. And that's what we've seen. I think the biggest, actually recorded was, 211 pounds. But they know that they can get much bigger than that.
Right.
Through whatever weird science they do. I don't fucking know, man.
Right.
But 250-pound turtle is
still a huge turtle.
Yeah, a snapping turtle that big, that is enough to pretty much snap your bone in half.
Yeah, that'll bite your leg off.
Yeah, that is a huge turtle. But luckily, alligator snappers aren't very aggressive at all. They're
or very fast.
Yeah, but they're ambush hunters.
Sure.
So that's how they function. They have this little worm thing in their tongue, and then fish swim up, and they just say, "I hate you," snap them up, and they kill massive, huge fish like that. So. But
they're not out there grabbing deer and...
No, normally not.
Dragging people under the river water.
They have been known to attack small mammals.
Okay.
Like rodents or like
beavers.
Yeah, any like water mammals. Yeah,
they eat muskrats and things.
Yeah. And they they have to breathe. So they do come up, they do surface.
Right.
All turtles do. They all have to breathe air.
Yeah. You know turtles can breathe through their butt?
They can. It's like coaxial...
It's the cloaca. That's how they breathe. They breathe through their...
They breathe through their butts.
It's their underwater. It's their penis butt. If you want to get really technical, that's what it is. It's one hole that everything comes out of.
Yeah.
But they have gills in it, and they can pull air through the... They can pull oxygen through their butt.
There's a lot of amphibians.
They breathe through their skin.
Frogs?
Yeah.
Well, they can also breathe through their butts.
Well, butts.
They have the same thing.
Yeah.
But
so do you think the Ogua can breathe through its butthole?
I'm assuming so. If it's spending all this time underwater, yeah. But snapping turtles have to surface for air like every 50 or 45 minutes, except for when they're like burrowing themselves underground.
Right.
But
so then you multiply that size in half, and this probably doesn't have to surface for like an hour to two.
Yeah, and they barely surface too. Like they just come up for like a little bit. Like I know common snapping turtles, they just bob their head up a little bit, and you can see their heads floating, and they have these little weird eyes on the side that just kind of look around. Because we don't really know what type of snapping turtle or what type of turtle
the Ogua is.
The Ogua is.
Well, it's a two-headed giant turtle.
Yeah, I know. We're assuming it's somewhat related to snapping
probably
turtles.
Related to an alligator snapper.
Yeah, to an alligator
based
snapper.
Off the body
based off the body,
the aggression and everything.
Yeah, and the size alone.
I almost got my hand taken off by a snapping turtle on the Appalachian Trail.
Oh, yeah?
Because I thought its head was a frog, so I went to catch its head.
Yeah.
And it was not a frog. And then we pulled the whole turtle out of the water to show everybody.
Yeah. They get pretty big here.
He was a big sucker. Yeah, he was probably about the size of my chest, so...
Yeah. And common snapping turtles are much smaller than alligators. Alligator snappers average at 70 pounds. So, a common snapping turtle, I think they're 30 or 25 pounds normally. So, it's a big difference there.
So, basically what I'm hearing is, this sounds like this thing could be real.
It does. Yeah, no, it probably... It has a lot of potential to be real.
Right.
Because it's literally a large turtle. And you know how we're not very good at exploring underwater, even in rivers.
Right.
People will drive their car off of, a fucking bridge and we won't find it.
Right.
Because they don't want to invest the money into looking. So, yeah. No, it definitely has a lot of potential. Especially because the Northeast was home to one of the largest prehistoric species of freshwater turtle. I don't know, it was 50 feet long or something ridiculous like that. So, giant turtles.
Yeah.
Giant turtles.
Yeah, so, I kind of believe in this legend. I know you were kind of when I sent you the notes on this one, you were we're talking about a big turtle, but listen, man, it's a cryptid turtle.
That's
it's not just a big
that's
turtle.
That's what I'm saying. I believe it too, but I also acknowledge that it is a giant turtle. That's what a cryptid is, though. Our definition of a cryptid is an animal that is thought to be real, but has not been proven to exist. Right? Which is a lot of our ocean life, a lot of our water life.
Colossal squid was a cryptid for how long? Until they were finally this is real.
I think the platypus was probably a cryptid the first time someone saw that shit.
Oh, 100%. So they go the echidna.
I got a venomous beaver out here with a duck bill. Shut the fuck up, Frank.
And it lays eggs. And it lays eggs.
And it lays eggs. What's going on?
But yeah, so... it's going to happen. We're going to have episodes like this where we have something that's just basically a weird version of a regular animal.
Yeah.
And that's it's okay. You got to have that. You got to have that.
They can't all breathe fire.
They can't all be Mothman.
No, they can't all be Mothman. Hi, Loki.
So yeah, Charlie, do you think you can fight the Ogua?
Depends. Am I fighting it in land or on the water?
With everything, you happen upon it. So you're at the river's edge and it shows up.
Okay. If it is walking at the edge of the river, right? I'm getting on its back, and I'm stabbing its tail.
With what? You're not allowed to be prepared.
I'm gonna claw it. I'll rip its fucking tail off, dude. I'm gonna do some damage to this thing.
Charles is gonna start biting
and
its
I tell
ass.
you what, it's not gonna be able to get me because unless it's a super turtle, snappers can't reach their head back to their tail like that. You know,
got the two heads. Yeah. Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, so I would have a good amount of time to do some damage. Now, it's not very fast either because it's an ambush predator.
Right? It is, but it is known to chase its prey up on land if it misses.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, alligators are pretty fast on land if they're going a straight line.
Yeah, if they go in a straight line.
So I would imagine.
But we're talking about like Riverside in like West Virginia. So I'm assuming there's trees and whatnot. I doubt this fucking turtle can climb a tree. It's a 500-pound turtle.
Yeah, you're right.
He ain't got the skill to climb that tree. So yeah, no, I could take this thing. I could definitely take this thing. In the water? No, probably not.
I don't even think you can take this thing on the river's edge. I feel like once that thing is at you, it's grabbing you.
If it can get me. That's
you have the reflexes of a dead cat.
With skill. I don't know what that fucking means. But no, I could do it. You think you could take this turtle?
Absolutely not.
That's because you have no faith in yourself and you're weak. But no.
Realistically, I've got a torn ACL. I can't jump very hard anymore. So if that thing's coming at me, I'm just accepting my fate. Curl it up into a ball and hoping it swallows.
You're just gonna let this turtle murder you?
100%, dude. I'm not gonna get away. So I'd rather not jump back and lose a leg and then be there in agony. I'd rather just be like, all right, I'll go pill for him and just I'm gone.
It's got two heads too.
Exactly.
I can use that to my advantage.
What are you gonna do? Stand between the heads? And
because all turtles that have two legs, they each control one leg. I mean, like one half the body.
Okay.
So all I have to do is eliminate one head, and then he can only control his left half or something like that.
But again, how are you gonna eliminate it? Yeah, this is
when I'm on its back. I'm on its back, dude.
You're just gonna keep punching it in its head?
Punch its thing in the head. Yeah, punch in the head. I only have to knock out one side of it, and then the other side will just be anguish. He'll probably get mad and meet the other head.
I still don't think you're cutting through turtle skin with your fingernails.
Well, all right. So, like Mothman, I could find a stick.
Right.
Okay. It's in the woods.
Okay.
If I can't find a stick in the woods, then I
don't think you're gonna beat a turtle to death with a stick. It's 500 pounds.
It's not 500
it's like
pounds.
Taking on an elephant with a stick.
No, it's not. An elephant weighs way more than 500 pounds.
How much does an elephant weigh?
Google that.
How much does an elephant weigh?
You think it's 500 pounds? I've literally seen people that weigh 500 pounds.
Is 6.61 tons.
Yeah,
6 tons.
Yeah.
You know what you pound?
Do you think 500 pounds is more than 6 tons?
That's what. That's
all right. Time out. How much do you think a ton is?
A ton's what? 2,000 pounds. So that's a quarter ton.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So I still don't think you could beat a quarter ton animal to death with a stick. Maybe a log. And you're not He-Man.
Stop. Stop. You're fucking up right now.
I'm just
You're fucking up.
I mean, a little more realistic.
How much do you think his shell weighs?
Probably most of his body weight is the shell.
Okay. Right. And then...
Okay, so let's just say that 75% of its body weight is the shell.
Okay.
That's still... What's 3/4 of 500?
3/4 of 500 is like 200? Almost 175? Okay,
yeah. No, 3/4 of 500.
3/4 of 500. Oh, is like 375. 375, 425.
That sounds about right.
425 sounds right.
So let's say his head. His head is at least 50 pounds.
Okay.
A head.
All right, yeah.
With thick skin and a possible turtle beak
and a weak neck.
I still don't think you're snapping it in half.
Smacking its head.
Stick.
Yeah. I'm smacking.
I think maybe if you said you had like a machete on you, but you wouldn't, or your fishing rod.
I could take this thing out. I could take this thing out. I could do it.
I don't think I believe you.
Okay, I don't need you to believe it. Yeah, I know.
As long as you feel the way you feel.
I'm confident in my abilities to fuck up a turtle.
I think 10-1 odds you're getting you're turning into turtle.
We just got the exact 375 right here from someone in the chat.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Matt. I still think he's turning into turtle food.
Yeah.
And I know you agree with me, too. Just give me a thumbs up.
First, you don't think you can fight a turtle. That's terrible.
I think I can fight a regular turtle.
Okay, a regular alligator snapper?
Yeah, I can fight
So you can fight a 250-pound turtle?
Yes.
Okay, but not a 500-pound turtle?
No.
Can you fight two 250-pound turtles?
Depends. Are they both in front of me?
Yes.
Yes.
That's the worst place to be.
How?
What do you mean?
The worst place would be with them behind me.
Are you...
This is like, can you fight one duck-sized horse or 7 horse-sized ducks or whatever? You think you can fight one duck-sized and 7 one horse-sized duck or 7 duck-sized horses?
At the same time?
Which one do you think you can take on better? The duck-sized horse or 7 horse-sized... No. Jesus Christ, this is so hard. 1 horse-sized duck or 7 duck-sized horses.
Alright, you got to think about the size of a duck real quick.
Yeah.
That's like...
Yeah. Now there's 7 of those and they're horses.
Like these.
Yeah.
7 of these.
7 horses that size.
Okay, horses aren't very good predatory animals.
They don't have to be. They kick real hard.
Yeah, not when they're that big, though.
It might.
I bet I could kick much harder than a duck-sized
You probably
horse.
could punch a duck-sized horse.
A duck-sized horse off the planet.
Now, I still don't think you can take on this turtle.
A horse-sized duck? Ducks are mean.
Ducks are mean. They're not as mean as geese. I fucking hate geese.
Geese are fucking awful.
But I do kind of want to get
I'm waiting for them to be extinct. I've been littering every day just for those motherfuckers. Just kidding.
I karate kicked a goose in the face once because it tried to bite me.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. It was very mean.
You heard it, folks. No, I'm just kidding.
I'll openly admit it. Those things
I had
are
to fight
evil.
a turkey
Goddamn
once.
snake demon chickens.
I had to fight a turkey once.
No way.
Yeah, I worked on this kid from my football team. His mom had this like goat like ranch or whatever. And I worked there, and she had turkeys. And these things were the most aggressive animals I've ever seen in my entire life. I used to have to bring a stick out with me every day to get past the fucking turkey so I could feed the goats. And all his animals were mean. They were just mean animals. That's why I don't like horses anymore.
Okay, maybe if you could take on a turkey, maybe I feel a little bit more confident that you can fight this turtle.
How?
Because turkeys are faster.
It's not a 500-pound turkey. I don't understand your logic. You have horrible logic. Your logic is just not good, man.
It all makes sense in here.
Yeah.
So, okay. Just be happy you sold me a little bit.
Okay.
So, let's rate this thing. Now that we've argued whether or not you'd get eaten by this thing.
Yeah.
You think it's real?
Yes. I do. I think this is real. I think because it's a large turtle, right? Yeah. It's an aquatic animal. It's not far-fetched. It's not something that breathes fire. It's not something that fucking has wings. It doesn't mind control you with weird eyes. People have literally been like, I see a massive turtle with 2 heads.
Right.
Or I've seen, even it's gone as a turtle with one head.
Right.
You know, just a massive snapping turtle.
Right. So this could be a species of snapping turtle that's just rare.
Yeah, and there's, you know how often we find species of shit that we were like, I didn't know this was real.
Or that it got this big.
Yeah, or that it could get this big.
It could just be like the way there's record-breaking alligators and crocodiles sometimes.
They didn't know giant squid were real for a long time.
Yeah.
You know? They didn't know jelly. They had the massive species of jellyfish that are
like the man of wars and all that?
Yeah. You know, they didn't know about those for a long time. And, I don't know. Yeah, I think it's got a very high probability of being real. I won't give anything a 5 unless I've seen it. So I would give this a 4.75. Just because I am pretty sure this is real. But I haven't seen it. So I'm the same thing with religion. But your turn.
I mean, I'm gonna be a little even more. I'd say fuck it, it's probably real. Even if I haven't seen it, I've seen turtles. I've seen big fucking turtles.
Yeah.
So who's to say this is not just a bigger turtle? And like you said, 1 in 50 are born with 2 heads.
50,000.
And I've seen 50,000. Okay.
It's a bit different.
And I've seen taxidermied 2-headed turtles, and I've seen, I forget which zoo had it, and I saw one with 2 heads, a little baby. So like it does happen. Like I know that exists. Yeah. I've seen that with my eyes. I mean, this will be the first time I'm going to give this thing a 5 out of 5. I think this thing exists. Like 100%. This is out there. Maybe not an Ogua, but it's totally a giant turtle.
No one's going to take credit from you anymore if you say you saw Bigfoot. Like, you give the turtle you never saw a 5 out of 5. Now you're saying you saw Bigfoot. No.
Listen, out of everything, this has the most scientific possibility, fact, probability thing going on.
It does, yeah. No, it does.
So I'm going to give it a 5.
All right, yeah, I'll give it 4.75, though.
We haven't given a 5 to any, like, jack shit so far. So.
There's a reason for that, but okay. Yeah.
That's true. I'm giving it a 5. What do you think? Do you agree with me? Let me know. How cool do you think this is?
Okay. This is me personally, I think turtles are cool as fuck.
Okay.
I think snapping turtles are cool. I like catching snapping turtles. But I've never caught an alligator snapper before.
Okay.
Because they don't really live up here too well because it gets too cold.
Right.
But it's a cool cryptid. I like how real it is. I know the realism factor is an entirely different thing.
Right.
But it adds to the coolness.
It can add to the coolness, yeah.
Because I have a lot more faith and belief that this thing is real.
Right.
So, but it's not fancy. That's the other thing.
Right. Doesn't have to be fancy to be cool.
I know, but I like to reserve coolness for, like, you know,
Mothman.
Yeah, you know, like Mothman's cool. Mothman's really cool. This one doesn't have a great story either. It's got, a couple appearances.
It's got almost a Scooby-Doo like legend about it, where it's like we're just scaring people off our land.
Exactly. So it's got, it's not like it hunts children in their sleep or something weird like that. It's just a big turtle. So, I mean, it's cool, but it's also not ridiculous on the cool factor. So I'm going to give this a 3.5.
3.5, okay.
Yeah.
So I like turtles.
That's gonna be a close-up right there. Yeah. I like turtles.
I do. I like turtles. I like dinosaurs. Okay. And this is just a dinosaur turtle.
We're learning so much about you.
Right? I don't think Charlie can fight this thing. It's cool. It's a big turtle. So, just based off that alone, I'm gonna give it 3 1/4. It's cool. It's not super cool.
Yeah.
But it's a cool thing.
It's a cool thing.
We've seen cooler, and I'm sure we will see cooler. But we've also seen less cool. We had the crying
squonk.
Testicle bag.
Yeah, the
squonk. So
that dissolves when you see it. It's like, that's not very cool.
Yeah, I'm going to give it 3 1/4.
Right.
And how unique do you think this thing is?
Not very unique at all.
No, it's
not unique.
Turtle.
It's a turtle. It's barely classifies as a cryptid.
Yeah.
Because it's
a turtle.
It's a turtle.
Yeah.
It's a two-headed turtle, which is the
possibly.
Yeah. Which we already know two-headed turtles exist, so it's
right.
The only thing it's got going for it is really big.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Unique. I'm gonna be honest. It's like a 1.5 for me.
You're giving it that much?
I'm giving it that much.
Dude, it's just a big turtle. There's not much.
It could be worse. It could be worse though. It definitely could be worse. It could be not suspected to have one head. It could have not had a story about it eating deer. It could be worse.
I'm giving this half a point. This thing is. There's not a lot of uniqueness about this. It's this one. This one ranks pretty low on how out there it is for me.
Yeah.
So our total score for this bad boy, or girl, or both, because there's probably more than one of them, is coming to a solid 3. It's not anything special. It's a big fucking turtle. You're right, and that's what I said.
We had a werewolf that can't count to 13.
Yeah, we're gonna have episodes like the Rougarou, which are really cool. And we're gonna have episodes like this where we're just gonna bash on a giant.
The Rougarou had so much. There was a whole townwide scandal involved in the Rougarou.
This is true. They had Salem witch trials of werewolves.
Yeah, they literally killed people because they thought they were Rougarous. They did a trial, and they were like, "You must be all right. We're finding you innocent of your crimes because you turned into a Rougarou. But we're gonna kill you
because you're a
Rougarou."
Imagine if this turtle could bite you and turn you into a big turtle. It's like that would be cool.
That would be cool.
That would be really cool.
Yeah, it turns me into a turtle.
Yeah.
It'd be terrible. Imagine being a turtle. Like, what a fun. Like, you go from this to having all of it. You gotta carry your whole life on your back. You know.
Pretty much. You live in yourself.
Did you know snapping turtles are one of the only species of turtle that can't bring all their appendages into their body? All of them. The common snapping turtle, alligator snapping turtle, that South American snapping turtle, I forget the name of.
Yeah.
They can't bring their appendages into their body completely.
Oh, they're always, their feet are sticking out a little bit.
Always sticking out. Their head, you can always see the front of their head.
Yeah.
They can't go completely into their shell.
I wonder why.
I don't know, but that's why they get so big. Because they need to be able to defend themselves. So that's
because they can't curl up.
That's why snapping turtles have notoriously been like the biggest turtles.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So real story about alligator snapping turtles.
Yeah.
So I bartend, as many of you that watch know, and for those of you that don't, now you do.
Yeah.
One time I'm working, and this man and his wife,
I drank,
who are both not smart humans, are sitting there, and the man is explaining to his wife that alligator snapping turtles come from alligators and snapping turtles mating.
Stop.
That they're not a variety of snapping turtle, that they are a crossbreed like a zonkey.
I wish you would start talking about alligator gar next.
No, can you imagine? It's a fish and an alligator had a baby. So all I can say is I hope to God that alligator was the mom. In that sense. You imagine a turtle pushing that thing out.
Why do people say stupid shit like they know it's true? Like us.
And he was like talking to her about it as if she was an idiot for not knowing this.
Yeah.
He was that confident that alligator snapping turtles are alligators and turtles that made it together.
I hate people. That's why I can't have That's why I can't go to bars. I can't conversate with people. I can't listen to that conversation and not say, "Hey, dude, you're a dumbass." You know?
I mean, you had the one time we ended up at 6 West and you talked to that crazy guy for like an hour and a half.
Oh my god! Well, that was wild. This dude, we go to 6 West. And this guy just sits next to me. He's like, "Hey, you want to talk about the government?" And I was like, "Boy, do I ever!" And he starts going into all kinds of conspiracy theories. He asked me if I know how to get water, and I was like, "I live on a lake." And I don't know. He was like, "You gotta get ready for it's coming. It's coming." I'm like, "I don't know." He never said what was coming.
Yeah,
he just kept saying it was coming, and I'm ready for it. You know, God damn it, you know it's coming. But this guy knew some shit. I guess I don't know. He was hammered. He was wild. He's like, "If you ever want to come back, you know where to find me." So if you guys ever want to go to the 6 West and talk about the government
and what's coming, because it's coming,
find the old guy there with a funny hat, because
he did have a funny hat.
He did have a funny hat, and I saw him there the last time. So he was right. So if you ever want to come talk again, come find me. You know where I am. He didn't recognize me. I don't know if that was because he was drunk when he met me or he was hammered then.
Probably both.
Did
he have his overalls and funny hat on?
He did.
There we go. That's our man.
He's a wild dude. He was a nice guy at least. But,
yeah, he was nice.
He was very nice.
Yes.
And I could not end that conversation. Sometimes it's best to not say yes when the old guy next to you says you want to talk about the government, but
no, especially not in a bar.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta say yeah and listen.
Yeah. That's a conversation for the subway.
Yeah, I was getting... yeah, because then you have time to get off.
Yeah.
You know?
Sorry, this is my stop.
Yeah, I give him a lot of hell yeah, brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was definitely an interesting conversation with that man.
Yeah, if you ever see me at a bar and I start saying hell yeah, brother to you, just know that I want this to be over. I am ironically making fun of you. No, in a nice way. But, hell yeah, brother.
We're going to play the game, Charlie.
Okay,
are you ready? Yeah. Last week we played, is it a cryptid or a... What was it? Monster or
medicine?
Metal? Yeah, monster or medicine?
Monster or medicine.
This week, we're playing, is it cryptid or chemical?
Okay, cryptid or chemical.
So, are you ready for this one? I have a list here of...
Chemical.
10 Shut up. I have a list here of 10 things. And you gotta tell me if they're a cryptid or a chemical. And we'll see how you score at the end.
Okay.
Alright. Attacks.
Attacks?
Yep.
Is that like first of all, are these chemicals name brand? Or are they
what do you name brand?
Like, are you
name brand? There's store brand chemicals.
I mean, no. That's what I'm saying. Like, are you going to give me like
these are like chemicals,
okay,
not like Ajax. Like,
right,
this
good.
is like,
I'm just checking. I was
like,
checking.
Just like
I didn't want you to say like
hydrochloric acid, Axi, AATXE, Axi.
AATXE. That is a chemical.
It is a cryptid.
Fuck you.
It is a cave-dwelling spirit that takes the form of a Red Bull.
Oh, nice. Red Bull gives you wings.
Yeah.
Red Bull's a chemical. No.
Red Bull is a chemical.
Red Bull's made of chemicals.
All right. How about Bital?
Bital.
Baital.
Okay. So, BAI.
TAL.
So, BAI is not how they would use, like, bi if it was a chemical. Like, they would say BI. So, I'm guessing that's a cryptid.
It is. It is a Hindu half man, half bat.
All right, cool.
All right. Berylene.
Spell it?
Barelene. Berylene.
Chemical.
That is a chemical. It's a molecule that resembles a barrel.
Yeah.
That's where it gets its name. All right. I wrote these and I don't even know how to pronounce them. Chuchunya. Sounds like a dirty word.
That sounds like a cryptid for sure.
It is. It's the Siberian Bigfoot.
That doesn't even sound like a chemical. Shame on you.
All right. Cubane.
Like Mark?
Cubane. Cubane.
ANE. Cubane. Chemical.
It is. It's a hydrocarbon.
Nice.
You're doing a lot better this week than last week.
I know. Last week I got like 4 out of 10.
I tried to do cryptid or car parts, and there was like one car part that sounded like a cryptid. And I was like, well, I'm not going to give you 9 cryptids and totally...
Yeah, one car part.
All right. Dufon.
Spell it.
Duphon.
PH. Okay. That's a chemical.
It is not. It is a monster. It's a giant, mischievous owl from France.
Owl from France?
Yep, it's a French owl. Thinking French.
Thinking French? I'm thinking French here. Could it possibly be French?
All right.
I'm thinking a short Frenchman with teeth.
That was so funny. All right. The Fifolet.
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 That's cryptid.
It is. It is a glowing blue flame that floats through the Louisiana Bayou.
Oh.
Kind of like a will-o'-the-wisp.
I was thinking French, but that makes sense. Louisiana.
Yeah. All right. Housane.
Housane?
Housane. Housane.
Like Hussein?
Like Housane.
Like Saddam?
Saddam Hussein. Yes.
Yeah. Well, he's a cryptid. Is he?
Are you saying Housane is a cryptid?
Yeah.
It is not. It's a chemical.
Damn it!
It is a polycyclic alkane, which I don't know what that means, but you know more science than I do.
Polycyclic alkane?
Polycyclic alkane. I don't. What's an alkane? I'm assuming this has to do with alkaline stuff.
Yeah, alkaline. I don't fucking know, man. I don't know.
Polycyclic. Yep.
I do like my chemistry is like, oh cool, how do I make fire?
Pretty much. I know how to make fire
different
make
colors.
thermite
in my oven with aluminum foil and rust? Sure, you know.
I know how to make fire fun colors.
Yeah.
With like household shit.
Yeah.
You can literally put like a Braxo cleaner into fire and it turns blue.
I've made rocket motors.
Or borax, not a Braxo. Braxo's from fucking
I've
Fallout.
made sugar rockets before, which
yes.
is pretty fun.
Yes.
You use little PVC pipes and then you put fucking
You just put sugar cubes in there and let them on fire.
Well, not even that. No. If you put what's it called? What's the word? Potassium. I think it's potassium nitrate, and you mix it with like just sugar.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, potassium phosphate will turn red and, glow real bright.
And then you fucking light it up, and it fucking.
Well, anything with nitrate in it it's almost like rocket fuel.
Yeah, but if you gotta mix it with sugar.
Right.
It's the sugar that reacts with it.
You got two more here.
All right.
See if you can get 2 more points. Nanokid.
Nanokid.
Yep.
That's a chemical.
It is. It's a chemical that molecule resembles a human, hence the name. I thought I was going to get you on that one. Pagodane. Pagodane. Pagodane.
I think that is a Pacific Islander cryptid.
It is a chemical. It's
Damn.
An organic molecule that looks like a pagoda.
I was just going to say fucking Pacific Islander because I know multiple people from like Hawaii and fucking what's the other place I know? Fuck, I forget where he's from. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, Pagofi. But I know multiple people with the Pago in their name from that area. So I was like, that's got to be cryptid.
Well, this week you did good. You got 7 right.
Last
week I think you got 2.
I got 4.
I'm pretty positive you got 2. We'll check the tapes.
Yeah, we'll check the tapes. We'll go back. I don't know how many got right.
If anyone was there, just tell them we got 2.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that about wraps it up for the Ogua.
Yeah.
You want to give us a quick little recap?
Yeah, it's a giant turtle. That's
about it.
About what we came across. It's killed a kid. It's been around for about 500 years. I don't personally think it's the same turtle.
Oh, I think it's multiple.
I think it's a species.
Yeah.
I think it's a species of giant turtle. I think that some type of alligator snapper type looking creature. I like turtles. You are just like AJ because he also likes turtles.
I like turtles.
But yeah, no, it's some type of alligator snapper that gets up to 500 pounds and lives in rivers in West Virginia, Southern PA area. And it's been seen a few times.
Okay, it's a big boy. I'm pretty sure he's real. I'm convinced it's real.
I'm convinced.
We're going to go... So instead of going to a festival for this one, let's just go like in a riverboat up and down this river and try and find this turtle.
We could go down...
We can go bank stick fishing for this turtle.
We could actually go to Pittsburgh or on our way down south when we take that trip.
Yes.
Down south. We should stop and visit and check out...
Go to the Mogadishu, the Monongahela?
Yeah.
Monongahela is in Virginia, I think.
Yeah.
Monongahela River.
Because we could take a couple days and stop at a couple different cryptid spots and fucking check shit out.
And we can go bang stick. Have you ever used you know what a bang stick is?
A bang stick?
Bang stick.
Is that like a little shotgun shell on a stick?
Yes! That's how they hunt alligators.
Yeah.
It's literally a shotgun shell, and then the stick has a priming pin in it, and you just pop.
You live down south. You know about hunting alligators? I was fucking...
Get them gators, Bo.
That's what I'm saying. So we get some bang sticks, and we just go hunt for the agua.
Yeah.
We can we can be the first ones to find it and eat it.
You want to kill... You're going to find this rare creature and just murder it with a bang stick?
For science.
For some... Yeah, sure.
We have to produce a body to make sure to prove it's real. We can't capture this thing. It's 500 pounds. Where are we gonna put it in?
I got buckshot right over
Tupperware?
here. And I got slugs. So we're gonna go. You probably should use a slug for that. Bang! Smack in the head.
Yeah.
Put a big old hole in it.
Yeah. Elephant shot.
If you guys are on Twitch right now, you get a free 1-month subscription through Amazon Prime.
Yes.
And if you subscribe to us with that Amazon Prime subscription, it helps us because we get the whatever, I think it's like $8 a month, whatever.
Yeah,
we get
from
that
Amazon.
And you don't have to pay for it.
Exactly. Fighting the man.
And you can watch our videos without ads. Well, at least on Twitch. You'll be able to watch without ads on Twitch. Watch all the live streams without ads.
And you get a bunch of cool Prime membership stuff too.
Yeah, you get Twitch drops if you guys game
stickers and things.
Because I played a lot of Call of Duty, you guys get Call of Duty drops now on my Twitch. So you guys
we're eventually gonna come around to making Cryptid versions of all that stuff. But for right now, you get Call of Duty perks.
Yeah, you get Call of Duty perks. Eventually, yeah. You also get access to special stickers and fun things like that if you subscribe.
Yep.
So check it out if you can. Do that. If you don't have Prime, please just subscribe anyways. You can also donate on here because we're going to use all this money to fund our cryptid adventures. So we're going to go to like the different festivals.
Yep.
We're going to travel. We might actually do some cryptid investigation ourselves.
Do some cryptid hunting.
Talk to people.
Go to Roswell.
Yeah. No, we're gonna do some cool stuff. So check it out. Support us if you can.
Go like all our socials. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. If you're not watching on TikTok, I'm pointing to the screen like they can see me.
Yeah. If you're watching on TikTok, check it out on Twitch. You get a better view of everything.
Yeah. And we are DNR Paranormal on everything, either with a space, with an underscore, or with a period. Whatever one you find us under, it's all the same logo. You'll see it. Like, follow, subscribe, do all that wonderful stuff because we are everywhere. So if you miss a stream, you can see the old episodes on YouTube. If you want to see stuff more about our ghost adventures and things like that, check us out on Instagram and Facebook because that's where we post all that kind of cool stuff. Yeah. So you can see all of our ghost stuff there. We'll be posting ghosts videos on our YouTube and our TikTok as we get to them.
Once we get some more like ghosts,
it's just hard getting a cameraman out there with us. But yeah, so go check out all of our socials. Go do all that cool stuff. And we will see you next week when we are covering the Wendigo.
Yes.
So yeah, we've got more of a schedule now, so we'll be able to tell you what's going on next week.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll keep them all surprises. Maybe we'll tell you when we're really excited. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll keep the lame ones a surprise, so you're not like, I don't want to.
Yeah, you're like, I don't want to.
You're like, next week we got a really good one for you. This one is another fucking turtle.
If we don't say anything, it's probably going to suck. No, I'm just kidding.
Or it's going to be the best episode
yet. Or it's going to be the best episode yet. Yeah.
We're never going to tell you when we're doing Bigfoot because I forgot to put him on the schedule.
Yeah.
So we're scheduled out to 2030, and Bigfoot has not made an appearance yet.
We're gonna put Bigfoot in randomly there. We have some actual Bigfoot experts that we're gonna bring in because it's such a big cryptid.
Yeah, we want to get a following, like a large following, because there's like 17,000 Bigfoots around the world,
and there's a lot of people we can talk to for that one, and we're gonna try to bring in people to the so they can sit in on the podcast with us and talk about their Bigfoot experiences.
Yeah, so like, follow, subscribe, get the word out there, help us out so that we can get all these cool Bigfoot people on here with us.
Yeah.
So we are definitely going to see you guys next week, and we will miss you. Do that. And, be safe out there. See you in a week.
Peace out.